and tried to sexify each of the tricks and theme them around those topics that you mainly talk about with friends after a few wines, drunk texting, or the celebrity that you want to bang, celebrity free pass, or, coming up with your porn star name and having a prediction based on that. We have a knife throw, we have an escape in the show. It's really, really amazing magic, but it's all themed along those naughty topics, and that's what really makes the show so successful. Yeah.
So back on the fitness idea, were you? Look at me. I play in a cover band. It's just my other second job. It's nothing serious.
The Titanics.
Yeah, but no, let's not talk about that. Please, let's not. But what it did for me back 3 years ago when I went, I just want to do something else apart from work. That I found this other second job. I found myself singing in this cover band, but it made me want to be fit. Like, okay, well, hang on, I'm in front of crowds every weekend. It's really good for you. Did it do that for you? Like, we've got this show. Geez, we better get fit.
Yeah. I was always into fitness and sport. I grew up as a swimmer, so actually my claim to fame is I beat Ian Thorpe back in the day. Yeah. It was back at the national titles, but we were like 12 at the time. But keep in mind, he was World Open champion when he was 14, when the 400 freestyle in Perth at the World Champs, against Grant Hackett and all that. So, but I was a swimmer going through. I retired when I missed out on the Sydney Olympics in 2000.
Where'd you swim out of? Where'd you base from?
I was from Brisbane. I was at a commercial club.
Pool?
I was at a few of the Valley Pool mainly and Somerville House. I swam at the QAS under Scott Volkers. So I was in a elite group of about 12 swimmers with Susie O'Neill and Sam Ryan. I don't want to name drop too much, but
no, I want to hear it. Yeah.
So I was always into fitness, and I still swim today. I came from the pool today to come here to have a chat with you. So I was been into that and sport, touch footy and cycling. I do running and all that sort of thing. So that was always came naturally to me in terms of keeping fit and healthy. Chris on the other hand. He's actually worked so hard to get in amazing shape. At one point, he was about 120 kilos prior to doing this show. Wow. He said, hey, if we're going to be, I guess, objectified on stage as, these sexual objects, which I'm totally okay with, he's got to get fit. So he's lost about 30 kilos.
Good on him.
To start the show.
I bet he's happy.
Yeah, he's getting so much more attention than he used to get. He's sort of
and happiness, personal happiness, and what like I said, marketing.
Yeah,
those photos will sell it anywhere.
Yeah, the poster concept itself, with the two of us standing there with our top hats covering our bits and pieces there. We have a fake bunny because we are a bit of a piss take of regular cheesy classic magic. So that's also what we try to communicate in the show as well. We wanted to stray away from all those things. So as the name suggests, we literally strip away the magic stereotypes. Top hats, capes. We have a fake bunny. We have a Snuggles. Is his name, and he's a toy rabbit instead of a real rabbit. We have a fake dove in the show. Our assistant, instead of a scantily clad female, is actually a blow up sex doll that we have in the show, and we use her for a trick. And
does she have clothes?
The blow up sex doll with clothes on would be way too weird. I think she's definitely naked. Imagine having a show called The Naked Magicians and even the blow-up sex doll had clothes on.
I was just finding myself, if I saw her and she was clothed, I'd be like,
good. Hey, rip off. Yeah, no, definitely naked.
I bet every bloke that goes in there going, there's gonna be a chick in this.
Yeah. Well, it's we need to make sure that we know what our target audience and is, and it's not particularly straight guys. We do have straight guys come along. A lot of them are dragged along by their girlfriends, or they're there for the magic and the comedy. Hey, if you're a straight guy and you want to come to the show, it's actually a pretty good place to meet single women, because it's we're kind of like the foreplay.
It's just you and 200 pheromones.
Exactly. Yeah. So, we got the Gold Coast shows coming up, and the early shows, all but sold out. So it's sort of would be 600 people each show on the night, 1,200 people on the night. So they won't be the only guys there. We normally have about 10 to 20% of the audience being male.
Yep.
But it is predominantly female audience. Yeah.
I guarantee you, all of those guys are,
We're going to get
test some stuff out.
Yeah,
later.
yeah.
Well, what about this then?
What about, yeah, they'll be going home working on their magic tricks. Just like I went home and worked on my puppetry of the penis wristwatch and that in the bathroom. Don't look at me like you didn't do that, Drew.
I got a few out of that. You know, it reminded me now, I worked for a little while in a theatre restaurant on the Gold Coast here called The Castle.
Oh, right.
A long time ago. Yeah, it was like a poor man's Dracula's. Great fun place, right?
It's not still open?
No, not down. But we had it was a medieval theme for a long time.
Yeah.
And then the boss, a great guy, American guy, we're going to turn it into Nighty Night. And it was a bucks and hens night. And instantly the whole medieval theme was changed. And we just did all these, fake dick tricks and
Oh, really?
and all these sort of things. But what I'm getting at is that the crowd at this place they normally went for a medieval themed theatre restaurant. Right. Overnight, we were doing, it was boobs out and and like fake dick pumping water out.
Oh my
and
gosh.
all this sort of stuff. It was hilarious, man.
Yeah.
And 2 years for us flew by. We were just wearing, like skin coloured G-strings and doing all sorts of funny tricks.
You were almost basically like a naked magician before we were. Almost.
Well, no,
it was more like prop gags and stuff, right?
Geez, again, to me, it was just another second job. Great second job, just show up in 3 hours of just this and that and out of there. But what I thought was really interesting is the crowd. Like, I think what you were hinting at before is the support the crowd gives you, because there's a time when you go, I'm wearing basically nothing in front of all these strangers, and I soon learnt that crowds are pretty much the same thing. You've got the tough guys in the corner that'll rib you a bit. Yeah. And then you've got all these ladies that are just smiling at you, giving all this love and support. Yeah. The ones that don't laugh, they're silent over there. And after a while, you soon learn how to play those crowds because they're all the same. Yeah. But the hens and bucks were wild.
Yeah. That would have been a great experience for you.
Oh, yeah. It's like people go into a different...
They
fall into a different, when the ladies are having a wild time.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah. It's funny once you get people in a room like that and start talking about those topics and a few drinks, your drinks are flowing and that. It's amazing that, almost anything can be covered on stage. Almost any topics and that can be covered in a show. And it's great energy in our show. And I imagine it was probably similar to the shows that you were doing back at the Castle.
Yeah, but it makes me, when I was looking at your photos before, I saw, obviously there's loads of, you must do backstage sort of photos or you finish your act. Yep. And here's a whole bunch of ladies because they're out on the town. This is the start of their night potentially. And they're taking photos with you with a top hat over your,
over my penis. You can say the word, it's okay.
But it's to you, mate. I don't know what to say.
There's a couple of blokes in a room here just chatting. Fine. All above board here.
Oh, you don't know how many chicks I know said, "Oh, can I come and just sit over there?"
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And what, you didn't let them?
I did. Oh. Yeah, I did.
Where are they?
Yeah, they piked.
Is this the part where you bring them out? They're hiding behind that curtain over there.
Hey, what was...
we do with the show, depending on the theatre and what's allowed, we try to offer VIP tickets, and not to switch to a commercial break right now, but the VIP tickets normally include that meet and greet after the show, and and that photo that sort of always seems to be a big hit when people post it on their social media and say, "Oh my God, what's that?" So that's the photo of Chris and I, just like in the poster, standing there with the top hats and Snuggles the rabbit coming out of the hat. And people get to, hold on to the hat or, and have that moment with us after the show. They love it. Yeah, it's great. And we love it too.
I get, I just thought of another one. Mm-hmm. Picasso.
What's that?
Do you know Picasso?
No.
Picasso,
not Picasso.
No.
Picasso.
You don't know Picasso?
I don't.
Picasso's
I feel like there's going to be a lesson right now.
Picasso.
He's rubbing his hands together, Drew.
He's a very famous dude worldwide. I've actually seen him. He came to one of our events, and
I feel like I don't know what it is, but I feel like he paints photos with his cock or something.
He does.
Oh my God!
But he's the best. He's a really good artist. He's an English guy. I got to say that. But you're in his category now.
Right. What a great name. I mean,
but he's got the act. He's like pink top hat, boots, blonde hair. He's like an old bloke. But he's like he's from like England, so he's got this.
He's got a little bit of an accent.
But paints it all with his. My mum's got a picture at home.
His magic wand. He gets his wand out.
Hang on, I'm going to Google it for you.
All right.
But hey, off that, was there a time, Okay. I know, like I said, this little stage. I know it's like to try and get something happening, right? As your act, and as a magician, there must have been this great moment where, oh my God, people are showing up. Like this is, like your first sellout.
You know what?
I bet. Did your first sellout happen in this?
Scariest moment when we started this. Well, I've been a magician for some time, so I've been doing magic back 7 or 8 years. I also do hypnosis as well. There's no hypnosis in the Naked Magicians, but I do my own show still. Occasionally, corporate events, that sort of thing.
Right.
All clothed. But when we started the Naked Magicians, our first show was actually Valentine's Day 2014, and we kicked off the show, the Naked Magicians, with a sold-out run at the Brisbane Comedy Festival. And that actually sold out 2 weeks in advance before our first ever show. Wow. It was the first show actually to sell out in the Brisbane Comedy Festival. And there's so many other shows, big names, Peter Hellier and all that go to these comedy festivals. And we couldn't believe it. It was, well, I hope everyone likes the show. We've already sold out. So there's a lot, it was sort of... It was a real moment. We're like, you know what? This is really such a fantastic idea. We always believed in ourselves, but to have people seeing the poster and buying and putting their money, where their mouth is, so to speak, and getting behind the show straight away was just
great
amazing.
Feeling, like, oh my God, we've done
knew
it.
That it was
like,
going to be.
We've done it. Like, I know a couple of magicians who'd kill for that. Like, they'll spend their entire life never getting that.
Yeah,
and what a great idea you've come up with there. But it's a hard work. There's no. It's not like someone could create this tomorrow.
No.
But not have your. I'm going to say not have your bodies, your look, your wit.
Yeah.
It doesn't have it's fallen in great for you.
Yeah, we actually spent a year creating the show.
Okay.
So we designed it together
with clothes on too.
Yeah,
That's
with
what I mean
clothes. Yeah. You know what? There was some moments where because we have developed the show as well since it began. We did test shows to get audience feedback, and we got 100 people into the theatre, friends and friends of friends, and they had to fill out a survey and give us feedback.
Was that weird having friends there though? Like,
it's all good.
Yeah, but
it's probably easier getting naked in front of friends and strangers. I don't know. It's,
you reckon?
Yeah. Well, once we did that photo shoot, and I got naked in front of my male best mate. We're both straight. It was sort of it got easier from then on. But yeah, we spent about a year developing the show, and we made it funnier. We made it, added more nudity. There was a time where after the initial test show, Chris and I still remember this moment. It was so strange. We were in his apartment, in his lounge room, and we're rehearsing a rope routine that he does. And I had to be play the role of the female volunteer. So he had me there, and I had to hold it. So he was completely naked. I had to hold his hat, and he worked out the moves, where I'd stand, what I'd hold at the time, when he'd hold the hat, when I'd hold the hat as a volunteer, and we're just there, a couple of blokes and a couple of straight guys in his lounge room, rehearsing, playing with rope naked, it was sort of, and then we realised that the blinds are open, there's sort of like because he lived at Kelvin Grove at the time, there's a uni nearby, and we're like, I wonder who can see in here. It's just, I can't believe this is going to be our career now.
Somewhere there's one of your uncles going,
what? Yeah.
I knew it. Something, you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. So,
wow, how funny!
Does that answer your question?
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah. I've got. I have to show you because.
You finally got
I'm surprised at
Picasso.
Yeah,
We're on dial-up internet here, guys. Yeah. He's finally got it up.
Well, he's famous worldwide because he does all the Sexpo shows worldwide.
Oh my gosh!
So,
okay, he's very different to what we do. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Very different. Maybe the only similarity is the nudity, but
Yeah.
Oh.
But here's the funny story. I actually got him. It was a 20-year. I'll say it, Titan. Yeah, had a 20-year anniversary, and someone said, "Oh, you can organise the party." And I went, okay. And someone said, "What about Picasso?" And I thought, yeah, we had all this music, and Picasso came and he did all these sketches early on.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, it's time for Picasso. And not a single person, all this staff, like 100 and something staff. Here he just gets out butt naked and
wow.
Yeah.
And I imagine it would have been, the crowd at a Titan Sheds party would be quite, blokey blokes, yeah?
Oh, yeah, but...
they're okay with the nudity? Or
not really.
Looking at your face, no, they weren't
not
so
really.
much. And how long ago was this?
Well, my mum has this great portrait of herself and the...
leave your mum out of this, and I'm going to leave this out of your mum, okay? Just...
But I would think that that picture would be front and centre
Yeah.
Right there in the foyer of the house. But no, surprisingly, it's not.
No, hidden away somewhere.
Down there at the bottom.
Hidden away in the shed.
Yeah, I can't believe it.
That's great.
So, why magic? Okay, when
I got interested I was interested as a kid in magic, like most magicians